Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode on the AEC Bar. So in this session I'd like to discuss the difference between Revit Server and Collaboration for Revit, because one of the questions that keep popping up is, well, Revit Server is for free, Collaboration for Revit isn't. So why would I ever want to shift from Revit Server to Collaboration for Revit? So I think the answer to that question is twofold. So first of all, I would argue that Revit Server actually isn't for free. The installment of Revit Server is, but you'd still need hardware, you'd still need Microsoft Windows Server licenses, you'd still need someone to set up the whole system. Revit Server works with a host and accelerators. You'd need to set up those different machines for the different sites. You'd need to set up routers to connect between the different sites, or set up a VPN or whatever means to connect those different environments. So that's one aspect. Revit Server, I'd say the total cost of ownership is not for free. The installer is, the installment is, but there's still a cost when it comes to hardware and software. So that's one aspect of the story. The other story is that Collaboration for Revit allows you to extend your workflow beyond the Revit designers. Because if you look at Revit Server, it's really a means to connect different Revit users together in a design environment. It's basically the traditional environment of work sets, work sharing, relinquishing information, claiming objects, etc., etc. So as a first step, Collaboration for Revit does exactly that. So from a learning curve point of view, that's the good news, because there's no learning curve. It's exactly as what we've done in the past. We're going to be using that same philosophy on Collaboration for Revit. Now, on the other hand, because Collaboration for Revit saves its data, or stores its data on BIM 360 Team in the cloud, it means that we open up that whole environment to other stakeholders, reviewers that only need the Revit information to be looked upon, to be verified, to mark up, etc., etc. So that's one of the great benefits of Collaboration for Revit, exposing that Revit information to the wider building team, if you will. And yet another aspect, which is part of that publishing, if you will, to BIM 360 Team, is the fact that I can actually pinpoint and specify what sheets and what views I actually want those view-only users on BIM 360 Team to be looking at. So within Revit, within Collaboration for Revit, I can actually specify the sheets that need to be published. So if you think of this, then in the past, or in a traditional workflow, what people tend to do to expose information to users downstream is to actually export out PDFs and send them through by email or FTP or Dropbox or whatever. And this is, it depends on company, it depends on project, but usually it's a weekly or bi-weekly or monthly procedure, if you will, to export those PDFs out. Now, if you think of it, that first week it's probably going to be fine. You know, you've got 5 sheets that are approved, that are finished, so you can just say these 5 sheets are published. Now, come 2 weeks or 2 weeks later, you're going to be wondering, has something changed to one of the sheets? What extra sheets do I need to publish? And this becomes worse and worse and worse, because come 4 weeks, come 6 weeks, you're still reviewing all the information that has been reviewed in the past, and you're just going through the whole process of verifying each and every one of the sheets to be PDF'd or not. So we've heard users spending like up to a day per project to get those PDFs out. Now, as I said, in Collaboration for Revit, this is a byproduct which comes automatically, which is offered by Collaboration for Revit. We just simply check the sheets that we need published. It is being stored in the Revit file. It's visible in BIM 360 Team. We don't need to send out anything anymore. It's just out there for others to review on BIM 360 Team in the building project, if you will. So that's the major aspect, I would say, so that we can review that information. We, as a Revit designer, we actually have control over this, and it just takes seconds rather than a full day, if you will, per project to just expose that information. So we've done a bit of math on the calculation of collaboration for Revit and the ROI. So you can see that in the slide which is being brought up. So really this is a matter of minutes that we need to be more efficient as a Revit designer compared to using the free Revit server, if you will. And really, when it boils down to exposing those PDFs or exposing those sheets to other users, that's really where the game changes, if you will. So that's it. That's really on the difference between Revit Server and collaboration for Revit. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to email at the.aec.bar@autodesk.com. Feel free to comment this video, and see you in one of the next sessions. Thank you very much.